We all know what life is like here on Earth. We've been experiencing it our whole life. But have you ever stopped to think about what life would be like on another planet? Would aliens live similarly to us, or drastically different? And would they still call it life? What if we were to colonize other planets? What would that look like? Let's find out. What might life look like on another planet? First things first, let's explore how scientists search for habitable worlds. To answer this question, researchers study exoplanets, which are planets outside our solar system. They focus on exoplanets in the so-called habitable zone, or the Goldilocks zone. This is the ideal distance from a star where conditions could be suitable for liquid water to exist on a planet as surface. NASA's renowned Kepler Space Telescope has discovered thousands of exoplanets, some of which lie within their star's habitable zone. One of the most exciting discoveries was the TRAPPIST-1 system. Located 40 light-years away in the constellation of Aquarius, this system boasts 7 Earth-sized planets orbiting a red dwarf star named TRAPPIST-1. Among these 7 planets, 3 are believed to be potentially habitable. Further analysis suggests that these planets could have oceans of liquid water, a crucial condition for life as we know it. Scientists now hope to use the James Webb Space Telescope to look for signs of life on these planets. However, it's important to note that being in the habitable zone doesn't guarantee the presence of life. It just means that the conditions are theoretically right for it to exist. Several factors are necessary for life to emerge and flourish. Generally, life as we know it requires a few key ingredients. First, there must be breathable air. Just like Earth's atmosphere, the planet needs an atmospheric pressure that's high enough to prevent the air from escaping into space while also protecting its inhabitants from harmful cosmic radiation. The atmosphere should also contain gases like oxygen or perhaps another substance that living things can use for respiration. Second, stable temperatures are crucial. Whether life can develop depends on having moderate and consistent temperatures. Too hot, and life as we know it can't exist. Too cold, and life would struggle to function. Liquid water is probably one of the most critical factors. Water is essential for all known life forms on Earth. And on another planet, the presence of liquid water is a strong indicator of habitability. Finally, protection from harmful radiation is necessary. Planets need a shield against dangerous cosmic radiation. Earth's magnetic field and atmosphere protect us, but other planets may require additional safeguards for life to thrive. These are the basic conditions that scientists and researchers are looking for when searching for life on other planets. However, they're also aware that life could still exist in conditions that are very different from Earth. And they continue to keep an open mind about the possibilities. Now, let's say a planet meets all the criteria for habitability. What might life actually look like there? Well, it's hard to say for sure. Any life forms that have evolved on that planet would have had to adapt to its unique conditions. And those adaptations would likely be vastly different from any life forms on Earth. On a planet with much lower gravity than Earth, life might evolve to have longer limbs for better mobility. In a world with multiple suns, life could be adapted to thrive in a landscape of shifting light and shadow. If the planet has a toxic atmosphere, then life might exist in pockets of breathable air deep underground or underwater. Or, on a planet that receives little sunlight, life could resemble plants here on Earth that have adapted to low-light conditions. In such a world, life might depend on chemicals from volcanic vents as an energy source instead of photosynthesis. On a planet with a thicker atmosphere, creatures might have wings to fly similar to how birds do on Earth. And on a frozen planet, life could exist in the form of microbes that live beneath the ice. Basically, anything is possible. If life does exist on another planet, it might not even resemble what we call life on Earth. Scientists speculate that life elsewhere in the universe could be microbial, existing in extremely harsh conditions that are not suitable for larger animals. Some theories suggest that non-carbon-based life forms could exist, such as silicon-based life. Silicon is abundant in the universe and shares some chemical properties with carbon. Other hypothetical forms of life might be gaseous or plasma-based, existing in the upper atmospheres of gas giants. Here, the extreme cold and pressure could lead to unusual life forms that are invisible to the naked eye. And finally, some scientists believe that life may exist in 2 dimensions, such as on a thin sheet of ice or a membrane. In 2-dimensional life, all biological processes would occur on a single plane. While this might sound like science fiction, it's a real area of study in theoretical biology. The possibility of life existing in 2 dimensions is fascinating and could revolutionize our understanding of biology. While finding life on other planets is exciting, humans also dream of inhabiting other planets. Concepts like Mars colonies or space habitats are no longer relegated to science fiction. They're actively discussed topics in astronomy and astrophysics. Colonizing other planets presents numerous challenges. We'd need to develop advanced propulsion systems to transport people and resources over interstellar distances. We'd also need to ensure the safety of space travel and create self-sustaining habitats. But the potential rewards are immense. By establishing colonies on other planets, we could expand the reach of humanity beyond Earth and potentially preserve our species in the event of a global catastrophe. We'd also gain valuable insights into the universe and our place within it. Colonizing other planets could be a monumental achievement for humanity, requiring unprecedented levels of cooperation, innovation, and determination. But with careful planning and execution, it's a goal that could ultimately be within our reach. Okay, let's assume we found a planet that's fully capable of sustaining human life, or we managed to colonize another planet. What would life be like there? Life on another planet would be a huge adjustment for humans, and we'd need to pack up and start over from scratch. All our buildings, roads, and other infrastructure would need to be reconstructed using the materials available on the new planet. Transportation systems would need to be adapted to the local environment, whether that meant developing new vehicles for Martian terrain or utilizing zero-gravity transport for an off-world colony. The planet's gravity would also have a significant impact on human life. If it's stronger than Earth's gravity, it could make movement more difficult. If it's weaker, it could cause problems with balance and coordination. Humans would likely need to undergo physical therapy to relearn how to move around in a different gravitational field. The atmosphere on a new planet could also pose challenges. If it's less dense than Earth's atmosphere, humans would have trouble breathing. If it's more dense, it could make it difficult to move around. Additionally, the planet's weather patterns could be vastly different from Earth's, leading to extreme temperatures, storms, and other phenomena that humans would need to adapt to. Of course, there are many ways we can lessen the effects of a planet's harsh conditions. For example, if we colonize Mars, we could use 3D printing to create buildings and other structures. We could also use AI systems to automate many of the tasks involved in building a colony. As for transportation, we could use rovers or other vehicles that are specifically designed to handle the challenges of the terrain. In terms of the atmosphere, we could create enclosed habitats that maintain a breathable atmosphere and comfortable temperatures. Life on another planet would undoubtedly be challenging, but it would also be an incredible adventure. It would push humans to their limits and force them to innovate and adapt in ways they never thought possible. It would be a chance to start over and create a new society based on the lessons learned from the past. While there are many challenges that need to be overcome before humans can live on other planets, the potential rewards are simply too great to ignore. And then there's the psychological aspect of living on another planet. Humans are social creatures who have evolved on Earth with its unique environment and culture. Moving to another planet would require a fundamental shift in our behavior and way of thinking. We'd need to establish new social norms and customs that take into account the challenges and opportunities of living in a new environment. We'd also need to develop new ways of thinking and problem-solving that go beyond our current human limitations. Life on another planet could also have profound effects on our sense of identity. Humans have a strong connection to Earth and our place in the natural world. Moving to another planet would sever that connection and force us to redefine ourselves. We might become known as a multiplanetary species, but would we still be human? What would define us as such? These are just some of the profound questions that come to mind when considering life on another planet. Ultimately, it's impossible to say what life would really be like until we experience it for ourselves. But by exploring these questions, we can start to imagine the endless possibilities that await us in the great expanse of the universe. Thanks for watching. Are you ready to join us on our mission to make science fun, engaging, and easily understandable for everyone? Click the subscribe button to stay updated with our latest videos and join a community of learners and science enthusiasts. Together, we can explore the mysteries of the universe and uncover the wonders of science that surround us. So, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button now and let's embark on this exciting journey of discovery together.